Hello everyone, how are you? Hope all is well with you all. Hope you are doing okay. We're talking about music earlier, and we think of the power of music. Really and truly, music affects our lives in so many ways. Can you ever imagine life without music? Whichever genre is yours, whatever your preference are. But music is always stimulating to the mind, body, and soul. So, Jamaica superstar Buju Banton is back in the USA after being in prison for drug related convictions and was released from the Georgia Macrae Correctional Facility in 2018, then deported back home to Jamaica. Now he's in the USA doing his Overcome tour, which is a tour that represents his triumphant return to the USA soil. So far, he has had two solid sold-out shows at the UBS Arena in New York. Some say he should not have held two shows there so closely, but at the end of the day, they were sold out. Now, emerging information is that the Boston show, scheduled for August 30th at TD Gardens Arena, is cancelled, and that's according to the arena's website, Ticketmaster. Also, the September 1st concert in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center is cancelled. Another for the 6th of September at the Excel Center in Hartford, Connecticut, cancelled, and refunds are available at the points of purchases. Another one scheduled for September the 8th at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia is still on. This concert takes place in the state where Buju Banton was incarcerated, and it is said that tickets are selling well. However, Buju Banton team is trying to reschedule dates instead of cancelling before any official statements can be made, as previous announcement as the 5th of September dates for Houston, Dallas, Phoenix, Eaglewood, and Chicago has been rescheduled. However, reports is that ticket sales for tours, especially in large arenas, have been trending down over the years, and this trend could pose challenges for artists who are typically relying heavily on tours to generate income, as generally sales for streaming for records and albums don't really perform well. Word on the street is that this is a humbling for older artists such as ones like Buju Banton, that you can't always fill the large arenas, and that he should think instead of more smaller and intimate sittings with his fans, because the pricey tickets for big venues will cause these venues to be filled with mostly empty rows of glaring seats. However, Buju Banton is not the only older artist that have to be cancelling tours. It mostly primarily affects older artists. Jennifer Lopez, Black Keys had to cancel US arena tours, as big arena tours are way down across the board. Even celebrity rappers Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes had very bad ticket sales. Lauryn Hill totally cancelled her US tour. The thing is, everyone wants to believe they still got it to sell out arenas. This is a humbling time for a celebrity. They need to learn more how to connect with their fans on a more smaller and intimate setting. Notorious Vogue said, just maybe it's the realization by Buju Banton and his team that Buju is not what they thought he was. Just maybe they thought he was big enough to just come out and do arenas. It would have taken much more than Buju Banton to fill the arenas. As when you think of Buju Banton as an artist, what they need to realize is that Yankees don't know Buju Banton more than they know Sizzla or Capleton, and they need to just remember that. And also, the price for arena tickets are already too high, so much so that even when the price is even cut, they're still not selling. Arena tours need early ticket sales to prove viability to big investors like Live Nation. Just remember, after post-lockdown, people have less disposable incomes to spend on splurging on live shows, especially in big arenas. I think based on what is going on, if Buju Banton had linked up with more traditional artists, cultural artists, to do his shows, the Yankees would have more looked at it as a reggae show, a more packaged deal, and the result could possibly be so much more better. But you don't know, when too much Jamaicans involved, things don't generally go too well. So more time people just think of themselves alone and end up thinking a bit too much of themselves. The thing is, time is changing, and you can't too overestimate yourself as an artist. Don't just listen to the noise. Most of them ain't coming out for whatever reason. But do you own assessment and do the groundwork, pay attention to what is going on. Another thing Notorious Big said, as far as he know, Buju Banton has never had a radio hit in the USA, and that is very important for him to single-handedly sell out arenas. The tour was doomed by bad decision by his management from the beginning, because that should tell you how are you going to sell arenas. So really and truly, instead of having so much big shows, like for example, you have 50 big shows and 40 don't do well, it's best to at least have 120 smaller venues and they all sell off. Also remember, just in recent times, he attacked Afrobeats. I think that was also another bad move. Egos running too high. Anyway guys, what do you think? Put your thoughts in the comment section. Really and truly, I think it would have been better if Buju Banton had put a lineup together of himself, people like Capleton, Anthony B, to name a few, Sizzla, and do a package tour instead of being a personal tour. Because remember that a lot of the younger people who are the ones that is going out to the parties are not so focusing on spending their money with the older folks. Of course, Buju Banton, as an older artist, he has his place. And of course, the youths them will say, yeah man, I'm not to the song because they've been hearing their parents singing it, and so on. But the partying is mostly young people. So you will see someone like, for example, a Chris Brown, a Rihanna, selling out shows. You understand? All these little young, new and upcoming artists in the rap industry, etc., will sell out shows and so on. But more like the vintage, you're going to get more vintage people coming out. It's not like say there are a lot more than the young people. So you have to bear that in mind and know that it's best to try and see if you can get little smaller venues, and then you will learn from that and say, okay, so these in this area is packed to this level, and you know the next one that you do you can make it just a little bit bigger. But is management supposed to have those things on the lockdown and have that organized? It's not Buju to go out there and check in all that. He has managers that are supposed to be checking the road and have the ears to the ground and what is going on. At the end of the day, the word is the older acts is not readily selling out arenas, and point blank and period. So guys, remember to comment in the comment section what you think and your thoughts, because it's very important. Here we go again, another of our very talented artists get caught up in not such a very good situation in the Netherlands. Jacure. After going to court, Jacure was remanded in the Netherlands to continue serving his 6-year sentence for attempted manslaughter. A Dutch judge ruled since week. Jacure appeared in a pro forma hearing in a Dutch court as prosecutors have been pushing to overturn his attempted murder acquittal, but the prosecutions wanted him tried as attempted murder. The process is still in the hands of the investigative judge for the hearing of witnesses. The new pro forma date is November the 12th, and Tosca Essed Pro Officer for the police for the Public Prosecution Service on appeal. According to the Dutch law, inmates have to attend a pro forma while awaiting a court date for the actual trial. So it's a judge that has to decide about the incarceration, whether to keep a suspect incarcerated or not every 90 days. In March 2022, the Jamaica singer Jacure, whose real name is Sicature Alcock, was convicted of attempted manslaughter and was sentenced to 6 years in prison after he attacked a Dutch concert promoter over unpaid performance fees. In October 2021, the trial judge had ruled that Jacure's actions were not a premeditated act of attempted murder, and he was acquitted of the more serious charges. However, following his sentence, Dutch prosecutors appealed against the acquittal of the attempted takeout charge. He was remanded in January 2024, pending new trial. So his hearing, which was heard since week, will now having him return to court in November 2024. Boy, Jacure, if you could only just stay on the straight and narrow. You're such a talented artist, where the sky is your limit. You're so loved by so many people. I don't understand. The worst thing is to have talents such as these locked away. But the law is the law, and everyone has to abide by the law. Let's hope that when he gets out, he will still be able to give us some good music. Times is changing fast, and you know the crazy thing about it? By the time he gets out here, so much things would have changed. Let's hope he can fit in, because at the end of the day, music is music, and as long as you're making good music, people will listen. Anyway, guys, see, we just talk about two talented artists. Give your opinion and your feedback and what you think about the whole thing. Do that in the comment section. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.